We're at the Libertarian National Convention in D.C. We were just watching some action on the floor. We had a press conference earlier with Angela McArdle, the Libertarian chair for the time being. Hopefully she could win her seat again. If you are an Angela fan, if you're of the old guard, then maybe you want that old guard back in. We'll see as the voting takes place. They're going to have also pick their the Libertarian presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate will come out of this meeting. So we saw this guy wandering around the press area and say, "Hey, what's your name?" And his name was Willie. Willie, welcome to the show. Willie told us that he's new to the whole political sphere. He's wearing an InfoWars shirt. I thought maybe he worked at InfoWars. He says, nah, I just, I've gotten into a little politics and got into a little media. But more impressively, you started your own Libertarian Party of sorts, or what are you doing in Missouri? Tell us what's going on, Willie.
Yeah, so me and a couple of guys down in Saint Francois County, my buddy Ethan, he was actually, he announced he wanted to run against the incumbent in Saint Francois County, Dale Wright. And he's a Republican that introduced a bill that would allow the police to search your person or your property for ordinance violations. So, like, your grass is too tall, your dogs are too loud.
Yeah.
That's a total violation of the Fourth Amendment. I mean, there's just complete overreach. And there was another instance, the Farmington Police Department arrested an 80-some-odd, old woman for not paying a fine on a library book. And it's like, you would think they would just charge her for the book instead of instead of enacting all these different facets of government to go after one person and spending a lot more money to go after, just have them pay the book. Like,
buy the book,
yeah, just buy. Seems like a simpler solution.
Yeah.
But my buddy Ethan, Ethan Jones, he's running for District 116 for state rep, and that was the main premise. But we didn't have a party. We didn't want to run Republican or Democrat because they're kind of they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
They're all paid by the same donors. They're all bought out by the same companies and whatnot. So we're just, maybe we'll go Libertarian. And we attended the Missouri State convention in March, and we met a lot of cool people, and I think we decided, this is a party for us, because it's a party full, I want to say it's full of moderates. It's really not. It's both sides that have come together and can kind of work together.
Yeah.
That's also like the double-edged sword, I think. Like, the Libertarian Party has a lot of infighting, and I think if we can get past the infighting and just be more unified on more things.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just the beauty.
No, listen, every party has infighting, whether it's Democratic Party, it's the Republican Party, they all have that going on. So the Libertarian Party's going to have that too as well. But I think a lot of people are here today to establish that this is the actual third party. Have you looked into the Green Party? Have you looked at independence? Is there a reason why you said, let me go Libertarian full-fledged?
I think the Green Party or Green Energy, it's just a scam, like the way that it's being rolled out, and the whole energy grid is run on coal still, and and it takes a lot more, like the amount of lithium you need for these batteries in like a Tesla vehicle, for example. Like, why would we go electric vehicles? I don't know.
Yeah.
Green Party, no, it wasn't the main concern. The Constitutionalists seemed interesting, but I don't know. They seem pretty divided themselves too, and I think they were a little extreme on their interpretations.
Gotcha. So you're in Missouri. You've decided to go Libertarian. What have you guys formed? What have you created? And also, you told me that you guys are considering maybe doing independent media news or a podcast. Or tell me what you think about that. Why you think it's important to do that?
Well, we need more people, like boots on the ground type. This is a movement of people. Boots on the ground. We need people in the local community. We need to build up the local government and then go up to this, ground up. We need to we need to be holding our public officials accountable at the local level. That's the only way we can really start holding them accountable at the state level, is if we've got unified, or I guess if we've got municipalities and local areas that can really stand on business, stand on liberty, then we can come together and we can work with other counties, that have the same type of, built government. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, I guess, but I think it's better to build from the ground up, so you don't have such big overreach.
What you're saying, you're more grassrootsy, and you're talking about that. So, what do you expect to come out, happen in this Libertarian Convention? What are you trying to get out of it today? And what do you think is going to happen as far as maybe picking a candidate for president and vice president and so forth?
It's been an interesting convention. For me, this is my first Libertarian convention, so I've just been trying to assess as many different ideologies as I can, or perspectives on these issues, because we're all dealing with the same issue of tyranny. The government's become way too big. It's in our lives, in every aspect of our lives. Like, why do you need a license to drive? I mean, yeah, I guess I kind of understand. But you don't need a license to travel. So it's like everything's overregulated, overtaxed. If it were me, I'd scrap the whole system and just put a new one in place.
Sound like a Marxist over there. That's what.
No,
Marxists want to burn it down and start it over again. That's
not burn it down. I wish the everyday person was just more furious about what's going on. It's like they're blind to what's even happening, and I can't blame them.
We got to go to the floor though, really quickly. Well, listen, I just want to say, Willie, thank you so much for sitting down. Take a look. Keep your eye out for Willie. We're gonna go to the floor. There's something happening over there. We're at the Libertarian National Convention in D.C. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks, Willie.
Thank you.